All right, y'all, part 3 of my exclusive interview with singer-songwriter Shelby J, where she shares some of the conversations she had with Prince over the 10 years, but also in the months before he died. When you think about musicians and entertainers, there are a lot of people who are performers, but there are very few people who are at such a high level, an iconic level, that other artists would bow down in their presence.
Yeah, he was always
one of those people. I mean, other cats who were major, and you like, you know, you look like a groupie.
I watched Tom Cruise lose it. I mean, the biggest stars, when he would walk into a room, it's like he was the biggest star. The biggest stars became fans, straight up fans, like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, it's Prince. Or they'd be trying to act real cool, but it's like, oh my God, it's Prince. And they're looking, watching, you know, as we go by. But for me, the cool thing is I was always Shelby, and he always let me be Shelby. And from all the people telling me, you know, be like this, do this, I was raised, my mother and father raised me to, you know, they always said, wherever you go, you take yourself with you. You're gonna be who you are wherever you go. And I think Prince loved that about me, that I kept it so real with him. And I was a country girl, am still a country girl, and being around him in that space, sometimes I would sit and think about myself singing back in Greensboro somewhere. And I would sit and I would look at him, because we talked a lot about everything that I did and how I got there and places I played and everything. He goes, everything you did was to bring you to this place. It was all part of your journey. It had to happen to bring you here. You're supposed to be here. You're supposed to be in this time and space. And I'm like, okay. He goes, and we're going to the BET Awards next week. I'm like, all right, and you're gonna be, you know, be going with me. And that was kind of like my coming out to the world. And I was just like, Prince is, you know, my girlfriend Jania, Frederique told me, she said, we're all fans of Prince, but Prince was a fan of yours. How does that feel? And I was like, wow. You know, it's just, I feel honored and humbled and grateful and just beyond thankful that he chose me to be in his space. He taught me so much. He's still blessing me. Even though he's not here physically, he's still blessing me, and doors are opening, and I have this worldwide fan base. This is my first record I'm about to put out.
Y'all ready? Let's go and get this superpower, come on.
And people know me all over the globe, and he did that. He gave me that platform. So I'm super thankful, you know, and it's hard to even put into words, but sometimes I feel them everywhere, you know, and I'm like, I listen to the music and I'm like, that's Prince. I'm like, that was my boy, that's my brother, you know. Even driving up here, you know, we're listening to like Raspberry Beret, and I listen to all his music different because of our personal relationship. But I'm like, God, you chose me to be in his space. He chose me to be in his space, and I'm just super grateful for that, because of all of the singers, there are a lot of singers that hit higher notes than I hit, singers that, you know, do all this kind of stuff, but for some reason, he chose me to be in that space with him. And I'm like, this is Prince.
Van Jones said the final year and the final months of his life were interesting and unique.
Yeah, yeah. Very interesting and unique. He was always, I would always say, Prince was always way ahead of us. He was way ahead of everybody. So we'd be in 2015, he was already in like 2030, 2040. He just knew things, and you could see it, you could feel it. And he would say a lot of things. I think that he knew, this is just me personally saying this, I've never even said this before. I think that he knew his time on this earth was limited. I think that he knew he had some things he wanted to do and get done. We talked about the piano and a microphone tour. He had done everything. He had done the big bands, he had done this, he had done that. And he came to me almost apologetic, like, I'm about to do this because I wasn't gonna be working. He was concerned about me, you know, he goes, but this will give you time to finish your record, this will give you time to do the things you need to do. I'm like, absolutely. He goes, it's just gonna be me and a piano and a microphone. I was like, that's beautiful, because people could get to see the part part of Prince that I got to see. They could get that intimate part of him. He talked about his dad. He talked about stuff he never talked about before. And this was all leading up to, you know, April. Everything leading up to that. Even the first concert in January that I was there with him, and we hung out all night long, and we talked about life, and we talked about the future, and I played my record for him, all but 2 songs, and he was just watching him listen and take it in and tell me, oh, you need to fix this part or do this. But it's like he was giving me instruction, almost like he knew he needed to tell me things. It's something, because my dad, who passed in 2010, did similar things about 5 months leading up to his death. And I could really look at those parallels because I went through it with my father. So yeah, it was really, really interesting. I think that I think he knew he had something to say, and I think that piano and microphone tour was his opportunity to do that, because he got super deep, super personal, stuff he never shared with anybody. He was sitting there sharing stories about his childhood and about, you know, like I said, his father, and he just opened up. He was like, it's my time to just open up. You know, you could feel it.
A peaceful protest turned deadly. 37-year-old black man was shot and killed by Baton Rouge police. His hands are in the air, and you still get shot by the cops.
Oh my God, please don't tell me he's dead.
We're not gonna let hate define us.
Race is a big part of this.
If truly all lives matter, then all lives need to matter equally.
What we require is action. What we require is accountability. We understand that black lives do matter, and we will keep focused on this issue.
NewsOne Now, every weekday morning at 7 on TV1.